Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. And by now, we all know that yesterday Diddy was denied jail a second time. And his lawyers is describing his new digs as horrific. That's where he has to await trial in jail. So Diddy's out here trying to make deals, like he won't have women around, he won't use his cell phone, he won't use the internet, and his lawyer said that he will do nothing but prepare for the trial. But there was a second judge that gave the second denial. Judge Andrew Carter said there is no condition or combination of conditions to ensure he will not obstruct justice or tamper with witnesses. Because, Puffy around here calling people. Y'all. Puffy thought that bail was going to overturn and he was going home. Combs, dressed in the same black shirt and gray striped sweatpants he wore during his first bail hearing on Tuesday, dipped his head over, looking down at the defense table when he heard the judge's decision. So Puffy really thought he was going home. He was like, no, I'm not putting them clothes on. That's not me. Is it Sean John? Because that's the least I will wear. Right? So you're going to have to put them outfits on they got up there at the detention center. So Assistant District Attorney Emily A. Johnson called him a serial abuser, right? She said Tuesday that the rapper had demonstrated a pattern of abuse, and for years, undeterred by law enforcement, he is an extreme danger to the community. Puffy always carried himself as someone who does so much for the black community, but for the community of women, not so much. So they went on to talk about all the stuff that he was doing all up there, right? The secret recordings were allegedly used for collateral to ensure he continued the obedience and silence of his victims. Like he used this sick stuff for his own sick vices. Puffy is a monster. And then the indictment talked about sometimes women were injured during the freak-offs, and they talk about all the things that he would do to the women, and it took days for them to heal. This is too much. So we talked about this on Live Hot Topics, right? They have spoken to more than 50 witnesses, right? They have gathered more than 90 cell phones, laptops, and iCloud accounts, along with additional thumb drives and other technological devices, which supported the charges in the indictment. So all the things that he was using in order to keep people under his control is what is going to keep him behind bars. And when we were talking on Live Hot Topics about this iCloud situation, baby, you can't delete the iCloud. And the iPhone was made in 2006. They started investigating him in 2008. And you can go back 10 years. Puffy may not ever get out of prison. So his lawyer was trying to say that everything that was going on with Puffy and all these people, it was of consent. And it's not trafficking if everybody wants to be there. But not everybody wants to be there against their will. That is the problem. If you have to have an IV to keep somebody under your control and have them up for days at a time, I don't know if that's something or someplace people want to be. So, on Tuesday, they proposed a $50 million bond, right? And to put up his house that he's paid off. So the magistrate judge, Robin F. Tarnofsky, who initially denied the rapper's bail on Tuesday, noted his alleged substance abuse and what seems like anger issues. She told Puffy she was sending him to jail, right? She said, I don't know that you can trust yourself not to harm people. You got to go, sir. You got to go. So after all that came down, Puffy was leaving court on Tuesday. His family was seated behind him. He touched his hand to his heart as the marshals escorted him out. This has to be really hard for his kids, right? Here's Justin and then Christian and Quincy is here. This is horrible and embarrassing for the children. And I pray for his children and definitely his girls, because I don't want his boys to think this is the way men should treat women. And I don't want his girls to think this is how women should be treated. You have 4 girls. How are you pulling people and dragging them by their hair? I'm sure you would not want that to happen to your children. Puffy is right where he needs to be. Y'all, we can talk about it in the comments. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.